Life as We Know It with Tom Walton.
You know what keeps me awake at night? Sleep apps. Technology has advanced to the point that my cell phone can now tell me not only whether I'm getting enough sleep, but whether it's beneficial restorative sleep or the restless and unproductive kind. Is this really a good idea? There are no wires or sticky electrode buttons involved here. You just open the app, place the phone on the nightstand next to the bed, and try to forget it's there. All night long it listens, taking note of every grunt, every wheeze, every snore, every blissful deep breath. The app also detects motion, so every toss and turn is reflected in the morning report and its very clinical-looking analysis chart. Awake but drowsy at 11:30, beginning to drift off at 11:45, deep sleep at midnight. Evidently at that moment the Ohio State Marching Band could sneak into my house, fire up a rousing rendition of Hang On Sloopy, and I'd sleep right through it. Unfortunately, the app informs me that at 1 a.m. I was wide awake again. By 1:30 I had plunged back into deep sleep, a process that repeated itself half an hour later. Wide awake at 2, sound asleep at 2:30. The rest of the night must have included a series of short and perhaps bizarre dreams, because the chart serpentines all over the place. I have no memory of any of it. Here's the embarrassing part. The report indicates that I snored for a total of 1 hour and 13 minutes. Good grief, I hope not in a row. It's bad enough that I have to read that. It's more troubling that somebody or something is listening to every breath I take. I picture a fellow named Vishnu sitting somewhere in New Delhi, headphones in place, trying to stay awake himself while he takes notes about my sleep habits. This is probably the same guy who answers when I call my Hewlett-Packard customer service line, listening to me gripe about my printer by day, listening to me snore at night. He deserves every rupee he makes. The report tells me that my sleep quality is 80%. That sounds pretty good, but what if it isn't? What if the sleep experts take a look at my 80% rating and slowly shake their heads in silent sympathy and lament a sleep cycle that slipped off the rails? Nowhere does the app tell me exactly what my sleep quality number means. Does it mean that 80% of the time I'm in bed I'm asleep? Does it mean that 80% of the time I'm asleep I'm in deep sleep? Everything I've learned so far from the app has been free of charge, but I am advised that I can upgrade to the premium service anytime I want for $30 a year and get the answers I seek. The upgrade will even allow me to listen to a recording of my snoring. That's an upgrade? Seriously? This morning a new feature popped up I hadn't seen before, activities. I'm told I recorded 3,206 steps overnight. What? For me, that would be more than a mile. That's a lot of trips to the bathroom. Trust me, it didn't happen. I also don't like the vagueness of the category. Activities? I'm conflicted about this sleep app stuff. It's entertaining and informative. It's also a gross invasion of privacy, but it's one I invited. The other night I decided to fool the app by leaving my cell phone in the kitchen at bedtime. Sure enough, next morning, the report said I had snored most of the night. Must have been the ice maker in the refrigerator.
Life as We Know It is written and hosted by Tom Walton and is a production of WGTE Public Media. Life as We Know It with Tom Walton can be heard on WGTE FM 91 every Monday afternoon during All Things Considered at 5:44 p.m. Or hear past episodes at wgte.org/life.